Hello everyone, we are from Group 10 with the subject Formulation of Objective. The member of our group there is Audya Pingkan Rajabbani, Novi Wishke Ratu, Yunissia, and Hendrico Sihombing. So the first one is formulating objective. Learning will define the aspects such as materials, media, activities, and learning assessment. They align with the well-written purpose of learning to describe the knowledge, skills, and attitude that learners will acquire from educational activities and do so in a measurable way. Failure to determine the proper purpose of learning can lead to a failure in the entire learning process. According to the McAllister and Nation in 2019, the objective of the learning are set out in curriculum consisting of the inner circle and outer circles.
Okay, next is a goals. According to Barstockman in 2014, suggests 5 kinds of goals in the ESP teaching, that is to 1. Reveals the use of special language class. 2. Developing performance target competence. 3. Teaching basic knowledge. And 4. Developing strategy competence. And 5. Spawning critical consciousness.
Okay, for the first goal of ESP is aims to describe how language used in the target area to the students. This objective is linked to the linguistic knowledge objective and to a lesser extent. The cultural knowledge objective is themes categorization. And for the second goals is to explain to students the communication competence needed in the particular field of interest. The link between need analysis and teaching for developing a target performance competence is very clear. The need analysis reveals the demands and expectations of the target environment, and ESP is set to help us meet the demand to expected level of competence. Analysis of the need is used to identify communicative events. The inventorizations of communicative events, acts of speech, and experiential language become the specification for the ESP course content. Okay, next, the third goal is to create a bridge between language skill and knowledge and understanding of concepts related to work and profession. These courses are intended to give students a particular level or situation and are defined by which language is spoken. Consider tourism and international hospitality. English provides endless opportunities to help tourist workers satisfy professional language requirements and eventually indicate internationally quality service. Whether the ESP course follows an associated learning material should be planned and prepared for a variety of worker assignments. Mastering English for the purpose tourist empowers an individual. Trip in the tourist and restaurant industries or language skills needed for work tools.
Next, the goals of ESP. The fourth goal of basic competence developed refers to student ability to connect external situation concept and internal language and the background knowledge. The fourth goal in ESP teaching is to develop strategic competence. This goal has 3 parts of skill, namely language knowledge skill. Here ESP aims to develop English knowledge skill according to student needs. Then develop to ability according to the background of the student in learning English according to his need. Then develop strategic competence or develop strategies to develop ability in learning ESP. And this objective teaching ESP to students who have experience at work or who have experience in the student of science, they can aim to develop strategic competence. The purpose is to bring up knowledge of the field the student already has and create opportunity for student to actualize the knowledge in the target language. In this case, the target language is English.
Okay, in the last one, the fifth goal is to make students regain consciousness and cultural awareness of the target situations. A critical approach to the ESP questions whether the function of ESP teaching should exclusively help students to into target situation by teaching them language, behavior, or knowledge to act appropriately. ESP critical orientation has led to association that ESP has become a force for accommodation.
Okay, next, book cover. Learning outcome can be written by using ABCD method as proposed by Jordan. The graph and the graph cited in Carr and Hardin 2010. ABCD stand for the initial characteristic of a good learning objective. S is for audience. A good learning objective should expressly state the target audience of the lesson. B is for behavior. Behavior refers to the work to be accomplished by the student. The behavior must be observable and measurable. C is for condition. A good learning objective should state the condition in which the student will be expected to perform the task. D is for degree. Degree refers to answer the question how will the behavior need to be performed. To give a dear understanding. Below is example of how state learning objective of ESP in K13 by using ABCD method. The last summary. Learning objectives are considered as one of important aspects in ESP. Therefore, ESP practitioners need to be carefully designing the objective of their courses. Furthermore, there are 5 possible objectives of ESP: to reveal subject-specific language use, to develop target performance competencies, to teach underlying knowledge, to develop strategic competence, and to foster critical awareness. That's all from our group. Thank you for attention.